go. Let's do this. I have a few updates. Welcome back, and if you're new here, just stumbled onto a whirlwind of neoclassical music, LGBTQ+ advocacy, general musings about life and art history. Stick around, it gets interesting. Trust me. Today's update is packed. We're talking about the OUTLINE LGBT Awards, which I launched this month. Why I moved my neoclassical music to a new channel. So now I have two channels, one for neoclassical and one for my pop, EDM, and other music. I also want to talk about an upcoming radio interview with CBC, and because I know some of you are curious, some analytics and behind-the-scenes stuff about how things have been going lately. If you enjoy hearing me rant passionately about music and society, you're in the right place, so thank you. First of all, the OUTLINE LGBT Awards. What are they and why do they matter? Oh, they didn't exist a month ago. In fact, there aren't very many LGBT awards at all. I think there's about 3 or 4 in the whole of Canada. So hey, I thought, why not? I'll do my own, because that's an easy thing to do. But hey, here we are. First things first, what are they? If you don't know, they're basically gonna be one of the biggest, or actually smallest, LGBT awards. But I want it to be big, but small because I want it to reach marginalised communities, Indigenous, First Nations, Métis, and other underrepresented groups here in Toronto and up north in Northern Ontario, Sudbury. I'm looking for creatives, advocates, pioneers in the community, and it has to be music related. So if you produce music and you do things for the LGBT+ community, fantastic. Love you to enter, take part, and volunteer if you can. Let's be real, so much of the industry still overlooks openly queer artists, especially in niche genres like mine. I'm talking about neoclassical. There aren't very many of us. I'd say about 5 or maybe 10 in the whole of Toronto, a city of about 4 million people. Anyway, these awards hopefully give visibility to people who are out here making a difference, whether it's through art, activism, or just existing loudly in spaces that weren't always welcoming to us. If you've got any favourite LGBTQ+ musicians or creators that you think deserve a nomination, drop their names in the comments. I'll take a look and I'll contact them, I'll tell them what's going on. Just go away. Not go away. Go ahead and comment, not go away. Next, I'd want to talk about some upcoming coverage that I've got. I had Sudbury, the Sudbury Star. They covered the LGBT OUTLINE Awards, which is fantastic. Thank you to the Sudbury Star. It's really good because if you don't know Ontario or if you don't know Sudbury, it really is an ecosystem of its own. It's really, I wouldn't say it's isolated. You can fly there or take a train or drive up there if you want to drive for 12 hours. But really, it's the most populous place before you hit other places like Timmins or further north, and really it is the metropolitan centre and the best place to reach out to Indigenous, First Nation and other individuals who might not get so much exposure in Toronto and other scenes. So on that, I'm really happy to say that Sudbury Star, thank you. I also have an upcoming radio interview, which I wouldn't usually talk about, but I think it's quite funny. It's with the CBC French service in Sudbury. Now, I can speak French badly. I can write it okay, and I can read it pretty well. My spoken French is terrible, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I do try. I've got an upcoming radio with them, thank you, which is really exciting. It's my first time doing a French language interview. I've never done it before. Honestly, I love the fact that I get to connect with Canada's Francophone audience as well. That's something that I'm passionate about, and you'll probably have seen that about 10 to 20% of my music, the non-instrumental, is in French. So I do try to reach out. But I had to tell you, singing in French is much easier than speaking it, because when you're singing, it's different. I spell it out phonetically so I know how to say or what to emphasize. On the show, we're going to be talking about my music, my journey, probably a bit about LGBTQ+ representation, what that means in the arts. If you speak French, I would say tune in, but actually don't tune in because you'll see me make a mockery of the language. Apart from the awards, I did want to also talk about something that I touched upon earlier, how I've separated everything out into my neoclassical, instrumental, and to my more contemporary pop kind of stuff. They are quite different, so it's nice to have a separate channel for those viewers and those people that are interested. They might not want EDM or classical music mixed together, so now we've got one and the other. It has been a bit of a mixed bag, my YouTube, so I appreciate your patience. If you could sign up to the new channel, check out the link below in the description. Now, the reason I did it is because I noticed something. When people came here for my original neoclassical work, which I've been doing for about 20 years, they'd sometimes be met with a completely different vibe on the next upload. So I thought, hey, why not create a distinction who just want the instrumental? Because you don't want to listen to a piece of violin music and then have someone singing at you in French. It might not be the most fun thing to have. So whilst I might enjoy various different types of music, not everyone likes that huge genre. So it's entirely instrumental, no talking, no updates, just music. I might post the occasional reel or something, but if you want to follow it, check it out, it's down below. For the nerds or the geeky people out there that love analytics, I've got a few little updates. Let's talk about them because it is really, really interesting to learn about where people are coming from, how they got here. Now I'll focus on YouTube because I don't have my Spotify analytics up right now. But since the PR push in UK newspapers, some good playlist promotions, my YouTube has jumped to about 50 or 60 per hour, which is wild. I don't know why you're listening, but thank you. So there's someone every minute, or 2 people every minute, roughly. Audience growth. Instagram has grown a lot. The neoclassical music, I don't really push it that much, but I do talk about it on my platforms, and I try to promote that as calming, study kind of music. So if you follow my TikTok or my Instagram, which is tremolo a tiempo, you'll see that there's a lot of more kind of trying to promote some of the music in a very subtle kind of way. Watch time and algorithm stuff. Now this is quite nerdy, and I did talk about this more on my website, where I discuss about the algorithm and how it's not your friend. The algorithm is no one's friend. That goes for anywhere that it's used. The algorithm for music, it doesn't really know my music yet because I haven't been active for like 4 or 5 years, so it's still learning about my new stuff and it's trying to figure out who I am. What's surprising me is that my long-term pieces are actually getting better attention than some of the short clips. It tells me that people really want immersive music experiences. They want those videos, and they want the sing-along stuff and the live stuff. And that's why I started to move some of the stuff away from the instrumental, because not everybody wants that. And if you're an artist, a musician learning, and you want to try to figure out YouTube, here's what I've learned. Consistency matters, but so does curation. And so does directing the right people to your channel. Backlinking and sending direct referral traffic to your channel, to any of them, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Boomplay, do it. Send people there. Not your friends and family, other people. Get on blogs, get on websites, get on the news. If they know what to expect, they're more likely to come back, and then the algorithm learns about you more. I think that's pretty much it in terms of a bigger picture and a reflection, and this is where I ramble on, so feel free to turn it off now, but don't forget to like and comment below. I think what's been hitting me lately is how much has changed in the last couple of years with music. Stepping away from live performances for so long, and then coming back to music, I've had to find new ways to connect with people online. Before I would see people out, I would see friends in the community, I would be out in places. I have to find new ways to connect, and I'm learning this, especially with my blend of neoclassical and cinematic storytelling. I'm trying to tell more of a story. It's been a journey talking about my journey, which is ironic. And the response has been incredible. Whether it's people finding comfort in the music, friends who didn't know that I played piano before or different instruments, discovering it through algorithmic accidents, people might just stumble across it. Or following this whole adventure from the start. I see you, and I do appreciate all the support, especially friends and family that have stuck with me through this journey. So where do we go from here? More music. There's a ton coming up soon, so follow my Spotify. More storytelling, more connecting with people in ways that actually mean something. That's basically it for today's update. If you are excited for the new instrumental channel, or the OUTLINE Awards, or the CBC interview, let me know in the comments. Or if you know any journalists that might want to cover some of the stuff that I've been doing, tell me. Please, I would love that. If you made it this far, first of all, I love you. You're probably the only one. second, hit subscribe, because the next few months are going to be interesting. Trust me. Oh, and if you haven't found it yet, go check out my new music channel. I did put it before in the comments and everything, but wait until you. Right. Thank you. Peace.